and Matt Barry back with you on SportsCenter. Very un-Warriors-like last night. For just the second time in this regular season and playoffs, the Warriors did not lead at all during a game. The last time that happened, November 4th against the Lakers. You figured out. Leg day here on SportsCenter. Tim Legler hanging out with us to break down the finals last night, Game 4, including some confusion legs over Draymond Green's technical fouls. Now, this kind of developed into a storyline last night because we didn't know if Draymond Green was still going to be in the game, what his availability was. But I want you to take a look at this, okay? First quarter, jump ball. Green makes contact with Iman Shumpert's head. Calls for the foul. Green not happy with the call. And officials call a technical foul. Legs, take another look. What did you see when you were watching this sequence in the first quarter?
Well, the first thing I saw was Shumpert was grabbing Draymond's wrist as the ball was coming toward him. And then when he swings his arm back, he hits him in the face. The interesting part is right here. When the official gives the technical indication, he doesn't point at anybody. Typically, they're going to point directly at the culprit.
Sure.
And in that case, he didn't. The official makes the technical signal, but then just starts conferring with his partners. So I think there was confusion about who actually did he call it on, and it was reported to the table that it was on Draymond Green.
So, and then here it is in the third. You saw the confusion with Steve Kerr when he was teed up again, and Steve Kerr's like, are you out?
Yeah, this one clearly was on Green because he waves at the official.
So here's Doris Burke trying to help explain the mess.
I've checked with the men at the official scorers table, and they all agreed as a unit that they were told by the officials that that first half technical was in fact on Draymond Green. That's why it was marked that way in the scorers table. It wasn't until that last incident where there was the stoppage at play where the officials went to the scorers and said, no, that first half technical was actually on Steve Kerr.
I thought they called it on Draymond. I thought I deserved it.
Ain't no tech gonna stop me from being me. And I mean, at least if I'm gonna get them, I think I should, let me earn them. You know, let me get my money's worth if I'm gonna get some techs.
As fans, not so much. Wow. How about that? Here's Draymond with his thoughts on the fine people of Cleveland.
I don't pay much attention to anybody in Cleveland, honestly. Don't seem to be the sharpest people around, so.
16 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 jab at Cleveland for Draymond Green. Legs, now we're playing the NBA Finals. Now it's starting to get real that we have a Game 5. But I think for the first time last night, what we saw was the Cavs able to get under his skin. From your vantage point, how were they able to do it?
Well, I thought Cleveland set the tone at the beginning of the game. They were really manhandled Golden State last night. It's the first time I think Cleveland treated Golden State with a little bit of disrespect. I think that's what you need to do. And Draymond Green is a guy that always approaches the game, I think like a boxer or an MMA fighter maybe, where you basically convince yourself that you hate the opponent. So Draymond always brings that. But when they fell behind the way that they did and the way that I think the game was officiated in the first quarter, I think that's really what got Draymond going. I mean, Cleveland shot 22 free throws in the first quarter alone. And so Draymond Green, I think, was on the defensive because of that the entire night. On the play that he got the first technical, which ended up not being on him, you know, he actually was being grabbed prior to swinging his arm back, and that's really all the cameras caught. So it looked, I think, much worse than it really was. Definitely that tech should have been on him. So he dodged one last night. My thing with Draymond Green is this, though. At some point, you have to think about what happened a year ago and the ramifications.
Exactly.
Calm down.
Exactly.
Because he dodged one last night. And imagine if he had gotten ejected from that game. That's all we would be talking about right now. And that's not what you want to be doing. They're on the brink of winning an NBA championship. They were here a year ago, and everything went south in large part to his suspension. So he needs right now to harness it in that direction that really helps his team, because sometimes he spills over into the other area, and that's what I think it was last night, a little bit distracting.
When you see this last night, and then you hear him say following the game, if I'm going to get my money's worth, if I'm going to get some tees, at some point you just need to lay out, understand the situation. You're going back home. They're close to Game 5. Legler will be back with us all morning. We're going to talk about Game 5, whether or not the Cavs can keep up that fight going into a game at home. L?